Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler.
Which part of Jimmy Butler, pause? The child support part or him versus Pat Riley?
I was just talking about the child support
I'll talk
part.
about Pat Riley.
All right.
The Pat Riley part I feel the way about too, but...
Well, let's do the child support first. That's fun. We have child support experts. Child support experts up in this piece. So, what we got?
I
Well,
struggle.
what happened? The girl is getting how much?
So here's the story.
And
Right,
she won an extra $10K, right?
Right, because the news just reported that she was asking for $55K, which was a little misleading. Or $65K. She's making $55 already.
Yeah.
And was asking for a $10,000 increase.
For 3 kids.
For 3 kids. Ages 5, 4, and 1, I think. Or 5, 2, and 1. 5, but they're all under 5.
Pay the woman.
That's my easy answer.
Pay the woman.
Pay the woman. Jimmy Butler's argument is his lawyer's argument was she does not work.
And we were never married.
And we were never married. But first, the she does not work part is important because he's saying the 55 covers the kids. The extra 10 is really for a lifestyle that she's trying to maintain without working. And then he says she's trying to live the life of an NBA wife by not working.
We were never married.
Which we never worked.
So I should not be responsible for having to upkeep her quality of life.
Exactly. That's the argument.
And this is where? What county? Where? What?
How many children?
Hold up. So currently she's
3,
getting
5,
55.
all under 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Currently.
Yes.
Where is this at? Where is this case at? What state?
I'm not sure what state. Not sure what state.
Somebody Google it real quick.
It might be Texas, but I'm not sure.
What I'm gonna say is $660,000. That's no tax, because you don't pay tax on child support.
Right.
That's the equivalent to like just say $1 million job. Right. So I just think that if you make $1 million a year from your job, you could take care of 3 kids. That's my opinion.
Pay the woman.
Because again, child support is supposed to be dual.
I think it's LA.
It's supposed to be dual. So if she don't work, there's some judges that will make her go work.
Yeah.
Some judges will be like, ma'am, you have to get a job. If you want more money, you need to work.
I'm struggling with it because the pay to woman is the easy part. Even first of all, if I had a $40-50 million contract, he's about to get an extension, I probably wouldn't be spending my time haggling over $10,000 a month.
I think it's a principle thing more than a money thing.
It absolutely is a principle thing. You got a 1-year-old with this person, so you just got out of something too. So this also feels like
emotion.
Yeah,
sour grapes.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of shit happening. You don't have a 1-year-old with somebody and then you get to this stage unless a whole lot of shit is happening in the middle. To me, the argument that you're not a wife is a bad argument. It's a better argument when you got one with somebody. When you got 3 kids, one of whom is like 12 months old, you're not my wife. You shot up in that thing 3 times. Like to me at this point, like the wife not wife is that's legal. To me, the bigger point is like just y'all are co-parenting, y'all have a relationship. Let her have this life. Whether you because you can afford it and she's asking for it.
That's why I keep saying pay the woman.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I can't find where is that?
I couldn't find it either.
Yeah.
You put 3 up in there knowing that she didn't work.
Right. Right.
And just put one up in there.
Yeah, it was recently, yesterday.
This ain't no.
Yes.
It's an extra 10 grand.
Or there's an option. There's the other side of that.
Which is?
Move to New Jersey or Texas.
No.
And we don't go through this in Jersey and Texas now.
Get your kids. Try to get your kids. See, niggas never want to do that part.
That's the ice
No,
route.
they don't.
We ain't doing that.
But that niggas never want that side.
Oh, no.
Why we assuming that? Why we assuming
Change
that?
the lifestyle.
Well, I don't want to speak for Jimmy 'cause I don't know. I know when I looked at his new home in Architectural Digest, he had a new room for a young kid. So he clearly wants to do some caretaking, but he may not want to have 3 kids full time. And what I suspect, though, is if he did in his life, he probably ended up spending just as much to take care of them 3 kids and have nannies and support and travel as he would paying the mom.
55,000, though, you think?
Yeah, as Jimmy Butler, yeah. Not as us, but as Jimmy Butler, yeah.
As men, we always look at it wrong. If you have it and you can afford your kids to live a certain lifestyle, then I assume that you would want to.
Right. Jimmy's saying, I'm paying for their lifestyle, I'm not going to pay for yours.
But $10,000 extra. Never mind.
Not necessarily a fucking.
If I'm paying you 55, I'm
jump to-
paying for your
yeah.
lifestyle too. A month?
That's 600.
It depends on what that 55 includes. For
The
example,
10 ain't gonna be
if you pay for private school, daycare, that shit ain't. I mean, that'd eat up all that. I don't know. He may be paying that on top of it. I don't know the situation.
Dog.
I don't know. What is that crazy?
I'm just saying. If
3
you're paying-
kids?
It ain't like she asking for 110.
I'm saying pay.
She's asking for 10 extra. If you paying 55 already,
Yeah.
And 20 a kid in LA, a little bit more than 20 a kid in LA. It sounds like, I'm not familiar with LA, but it sounds like it's part of course of what they do out there.
Yeah, that doesn't sound crazy to me. That's what I say. I say just pay her $10,000 a month. To me, extra isn't that big a deal. And I think a woman who has 3 of your children should have the same lifestyle.
Hold up for a minute, Mark, because our math guy, like, we're doing all of this math right now.
$660,000 a year.
I'm bad at math, honestly, too.
Yeah, I got to use a calculator.
Math
too.
man, like, what do you think?
What do I think about what? What do I think about what? Which piece?
The increase, the ask, what should or should not happen?
I mean, based on the information that we have, I think it's emotional. I think that if you
Jimmy Butler, do you fight it?
I fight it.
Got it.
I fight it again, not based on the money. I fight it based on the principle. So I don't know the other
some
things.
Tyrese shit.
No, I don't know I don't know the underlying things. Again, let's say hypothetically Jimmy Butler is paying the nanny or paying for schooling or paying for these other things in addition to the $55K. Like, that's what happens a lot of times. So now I'm paying for all of these things and you just getting $55,000 to live with.
It's fly.
It ain't that many Chanel bags in the world.
It is.
You get what I'm saying? And again, it's child support, not ex-girlfriend support.
Nah. Yeah, that's where they lose me.
Yeah, me too. And I get your point, but there's a distinction. To me,
how the child live is how the ex-girlfriend live.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not true.
How not so?
Because it's a lot of parents that their
it
kids
don't have to be true.
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
We're saying it should be. We're saying it should be. Like, for example, if I got 3 kids by you, I want my kid to live in a building or...
Keep talking about the kid. Joe said, yo, how the kids live, the mom...
I know. Hear me out. Let me finish the thought. You get what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if I have 3 kids, I want my kids to live in a certain kind of house, in a certain kind of neighborhood.
Keep going.
As their mom, I want you to have that kind of lifestyle too. You know what I'm saying? I want you to have that. If the kids are able to afford this kind of meal, right? I want you to be able to eat that same. I don't want them 3 going to the restaurant.
Necessities are necessities.
Right. And I'm saying at that lifestyle,
I think that at that lifestyle, whatever my kids have, like, I think you should have a quality, dope car to get my kids back and forth
like
wherever they need to go. I think that you should have...
Ford's a good car.
I think that you should... Like, yo, again, if you need a Range Rover, go get a Range Rover. If you need this, go get this. If you want quality food, get quality food. We're talking about $1 million salary, people.
Right. And so that extra 100...
It's a lot of us that are surviving and we don't make $1 million and eat. We eat very well and we drive decent cars and we live in decent homes.
But if you had...
So it's a middle area. I hate when we get into these situations where we look at it like it's feast or famine. It's not feast or famine. You're making $55,000 a year and you don't work.
A month,
pardon me, and you don't work.
But he's making $55 million. And I'm saying that's... And
that's the problem.
I mean, it might be, but I think how much I make should matter.
Well, child support is based off of what you make.
Not when you make a certain amount of money. That they cut the calculations out when you make a certain amount of bread.
Oh, well, when I was there, I didn't make a certain amount. So
there you go.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the shoulds.
Thank God I ain't go back. I ain't gonna hold you.
You're the way there with that 17% down there that tore your fucking head off.
I got to shout out my baby moms. Mm-hmm. Both of them. I do.
You're the one there.
That was peace.
That 17% shit now. They're fucking what?
Yeah, no, that was peace to them.
But they wouldn't do that to you.
That's good looking out.
They wouldn't do that to you.
Mel, what do you think as a woman?
I'm not here.
Well, she ain't said a word in about 2 hours. So, yeah.
That's a lie.
Like when she gets stuck.
I'm not stuck.
You can tell her mom be elsewhere and you catch her.
I'm not. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm present here and I'm watching it.
Yeah, you know they want to
get off her dick, yo.
They want to pick on Flip. Answer the question then, quick, go.
If I agree with the fact that she has 3 kids, you got her used to a certain lifestyle, you want your kids raised in that lifestyle, I don't see a problem with it. He makes an exorbitant amount of money. I just don't see it's at that point, another 10 grand, that's nickel and diming to him. You know what I mean? And I think that it's just for the sake of being emotional or whatever the case is.
Do you think you should have to work?
I think it's a luxury to be a stay-at-home mom these days. But I think it's beneficial to the children, honestly, to have your mom.
But do you think you should have to work?
Huh?
But do you think you should have to work?
And what if he paying for like a nanny or something?
That I don't know. What if she's dirty? What if she's dirty? What does that mean? What if she's dirty? I don't even translation. What does that mean?
I didn't follow that, but
Okay.
It means she don't need extra 10.
I just think we've fallen deaf on what $55,000 is every single month. Like, I just think we forgetting what that is and what that means.
That's a lot.
You get what I'm saying? Like, we looking like, yo, when you make $55K, that you're not short on anything, yo. Like, yo, dog.
I'm not convinced of that, though. Not at their lifestyle. With normal people, yes. But I'm saying, if you have a lifestyle where...
Mark, do the mortgage. What's the mortgage?
The mortgage might be $30,000, $40,000 a month.
Oh, not mortgage, rent.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
There's so many variables that we don't know. That's
especially since they just got out of a relationship. Again, so that's what I'm saying. They could be in the house that they lived in. I'm sure that if there's a mortgage, it's in the it's in the five.
And in addition to that,
it's $50K a month.
Right.
But I'm sure because she don't work, that house is in his name.
Right.
Because she's not qualifying for a mortgage unemployed.
For sure.
So that's an expense and a liability that he incurs. I'm just talking about when we break down $55,000 a month, we are sitting up here acting like a lifestyle cannot be maintained with $55,000.
It depends on what you got to do with that 55. If you got to pay for school out of the 55, that's more than half of it.
and that's true.
No, it's not true.
Yes, it is. If you're
3 kids?
Do you think that Jimmy Butler's kids are going to fucking private school? No, they're going to Montessori. They're going to some private
Do you
shit.
know how much a Montessori school costs a month?
No, I personally do not. But if we're talking about LA, it's probably really fucking expensive.
It is easy for an exclusive school to be between $50 and $100 a year. Would you agree with that?
$50,000.
Right. There's 3 of them.
Mm-hmm. One is 12 months. He's not in a $50,000 a month school. $50,000 a year school. He's 12 months old, bro.
It might be daycare then, but it's the same principle.
She don't work. What daycare?
See. So that's
you don't work.
So that's where it gets even more interesting, right? There's a question then we have to have about what domestic labor looks like and what the value of it is. you think that's what's funny about that?
They do think that's funny.
I don't know what.
Why is that funny?
It's not funny to me.
I really missed the. I'm saying domestic labor is labor, right? So what I'm saying is, if mom is at home, y'all laughing, but just hear what I'm saying. If mom is at home all day,
The stay-at-home mom could use a nanny.
Okay, so she wants a nanny, and and he's saying that you don't work, so you don't need a nanny.
And she wants to use the money to put.
Butler states that circumstances have changed in the time-sharing agreement, and that there's no need for a nanny.
Who said that?
Butler, yeah. Especially if Riley's going to school later this year. Yeah, and Brianne being enrolled in preschool or childcare. So she wants a nanny. He's saying that you home, you're not seeking employment, so you don't need a nanny.
And this is what I'm saying. This is why I'm saying
I kind of agree.
And this is why I'm saying we need to think about domestic labor a little bit differently.
Okay.
If she worked a job and worked 8 hours a day, would she be entitled to a nanny then?
Yes, because she'll be able to pay with her salary.
No, but I'm saying, forget about salary for a minute. The idea is if you don't work, you don't need a nanny.
Right? I agree with that.
And I'm challenging that argument and saying, if I worked 8 hours a day, you wouldn't have a problem with me having childcare out for other hours in the day, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm at home with the kids for those 8 hours, does that mean I'm 20? Is that not enough? Should I be working 24 hours a day with the kids?
Old school. Big Mama took care of 15 motherfucking kids while Pops went to work, nigga.
And I'm saying that might have been a problem. Big Mama wanted help. Big Mama couldn't get no help.
Maybe, but we not. She made it look good, Mom.
And Big Mama was fucking and sucking on Mr. Johnson from around the corner, not Jimmy Butler. Yeah, Big Mama. Big Mama was fucking and sucking on the broke mechanic down the street at fucking Piggly Wiggly.
No, man.
We talking about bitches that put the work in, went and fucked and sucked on a rich nigga for a reason. And got it.
Got you, but still, she don't.
And I agree with Mark on the fact that just because you're a stay-at-home mom don't mean that you don't want and deserve a nanny.
True. That's what I'm saying.
I don't agree with that.
Stay-at-home moms don't feel like picking up 3 kids for
taking care of your kids.
That's
what I'm saying. Domestic labor is still labor. I'm saying you're still doing work.
New mothers are lazy,
but that's not 24 hours a day.
New mothers are lazy, bro. That's laziness. Take care of your fucking kid.